Good morning, Weir Nation. Wally coming at ya. Today I'm going to go ahead and answer another question from someone who asked me yesterday and asked me, what do I attribute my success to and what do I do on a daily basis to reach my goals? So something for me, I'm never going to pretend I'm the expert or a real estate guru. I'm only going to give you guys my experiences and also my opinion, and you could take it for what it is. Also, I have a total of roughly about 37 agents that have been with me as a team, as a brokerage, and either they're still with me or they moved on somewhere else or out of the business. However, I do have a lot of agents that are doing more than the national average in real estate. So I do have about 9 agents who've been in the business less than 2 years, are averaging over north of 20 transactions per year. I do have about a dozen other agents that are roughly hovering between the 10 to 15 transaction range. And so if you guys look at that, and if you're in real estate, you know that's way above the norm. And so people are asking me, what am I doing different? One is I do hold my team accountable. I first started holding myself accountable coming to work. Let me know any CEO or successful person who started their business in their house, not really working, putting maybe an hour or two a day and relaxing at home. So for me, I put that mindset that I treated real estate as it was an actual job and I had to be here. So I created a structure that I was going to be in the office from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. unless I was out with clients, either at listing or buyer appointments. Now, so I created that structure regardless because you have to have that mindset and that discipline to do your work. Because if you don't, then you're really not going to be successful, and it's just a head fake. If you're in the business also just to be a 1099 self-employed entrepreneur and you don't want a boss because you want to do your own thing and have the flexibility, that's also the wrong mindset. And so maybe you need to recondition yourself to actually change your mindset into that this is a true ownership and that you have to be here throughout the day regardless. So there's 3 things that I'm going to summarize it in real estate, what you're going to be doing. Either you're prospecting on a listing appointment or on a buyer appointment. That's it. And what prospecting is a lead generation activity. In sales, in real estate, anything that you're trying to acquire business is a lead generation business. So that's first and foremost what you need to understand. And if you don't want to collect leads and if you don't want to prospect, which means you smile and dial every day, then your chances of being successful diminishes a lot. So that's one of the things that I completely understood from my corporate job before, is that I needed to generate leads. The second thing is that I needed to make sure that it wasn't about me and it was about my clients. I completely understand customer service and everyone loves to throw that word out there, but truly, what is customer service? Is it just going through the job and through the process of it, or going above and beyond and treating your clients like family members or yourself? If you were purchasing a property, how diligent would you be with the paperwork? How diligent would you be with finding the right home for yourself and going through the disclosures and the paperwork and making sure you took care of your client the way you would take care of yourself? The reason being, everyone is so short-sighted where they want it now. They want the business now. And yeah, we do have bills to pay and we do have to survive as well, but can never be in the expense of your client. Just it can't. The reason being is that ripple effect that I keep on speaking about, that you're going to be hunting for clients on a consistent basis because your current client base is never going to refer people to you, and your database should turn at a 10%. What I mean by that, if your first year you sell 10 homes, your second year you should be able to sell 1 home just from your database. And so you want to create that database to be north of 1,000, because at that point in time you're doing at least 100 transactions a year from your database, and it can't just sit there. You have to follow up with your clients. You have to stay in touch with your clients, communicate with them, and truly be there for them throughout the entire process. It can't be if they're not giving you business, you're not communicating or speaking or staying in touch with them. So that's one thing, because that database or your clientele, that referral base, will build that foundation and it will continue to build. And as you see months over months and months over years, you're going to see that your business is continuously growing and it's staying consistent. And that's what you're looking for. It's not about the now, it's about the future. The now business is prospecting, any type of lead generation activity. So are you going to open houses? Are you talking to lenders and going to banks and speaking to them, seeing what they're doing with their pre-approved clients? Are you door knocking? Are you on social media sending out messages? Are you doing videos and getting your name and brand out there? Also, speaking with your sphere of influence. Making sure that they know that you're in real estate. Your own family members and friends will forget you are in real estate, so you have to stay top of mind all the time. And so that's going to be something you need to do, is that prospecting piece. And something that people don't like to do is you do need to make phone calls. Got to pick up that phone and smile and dial on a consistent and religious basis. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. If you don't want to call, then you're going to have to hire someone else to do it for you. They're called an ISA, a dialer, where they're calling your clients. However, if you're not going to take ownership and you're not going to stay in the driver's seat and take control of your own business, and you're relying on someone else to do it, how successful will you be? And so sometimes you do have to do that redundant, that mundane work that you do not like to do. And the way that you keep yourself engaged and motivated is the byproduct of that. So say, hey, you know what? I'm going to sit here. I'm going to make 20, 30, 40 phone calls today. And my goal is to set up one appointment. Once I set up that one appointment, I'm done. And people could say, hey, well, that's not a lot. Well, if you set up one appointment a day and you're working roughly anywhere between 22 to 25 days a month, those are a lot of appointments, right? They become a lot of clients, and then they become a lot of transactions. So that's first and foremost that you have to do. Second thing is, earners are learners. You have to educate yourself. In real estate, there's a huge population that really don't understand the disclosures, the contracts, how to set up a proper offer so it actually makes sense. Everyone wants just to get the business, but they don't want to understand the how behind the what. And that's extremely important. So take the time to sit down with your broker, your team leader, go to one of your boards and actually take the classes that they have. You could look at their calendar and it will actually tell you each day that they're having a training that pertains to what you're looking for. And so I would sit there and take the time, go slow to go fast. You're going to sit there, you're going to educate yourself, you're going to know exactly what you need to do. And knowledge is confidence. And confidence gives you that ability to help you out your clients the right way, which in turn helps them move themselves forward or accomplish their goals of being a homeowner or selling their house and then moving them into another property. Then from there, because you established such a great experience for your client, they refer people and your business grows. So it does start with that education piece as well. And the most important thing out of everything is work ethic. You have to show up and you have to work. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. This real estate game that you guys see, these reality TV shows, I guarantee you each one of them busts their ass and they work more than 6-7 days a week. There's nothing called weeks. They're probably just working and then they lose track of days and time. So work, those 4 magical words, you have to do it. There's no such thing as I'm going to be an entrepreneur, I'm going to be self-employed and I'm working 2-3 days a week. I know you guys see a lot of coaches, a lot of people talking about quality of life and that you could go ahead and get a bunch of listings and then you work 2-3 days a week and you're going to make north of $250,000 or you're going to make 6 figures a year and that quality of life, that balance is going to be there. That is impossible. Show me, I want anyone to show me one person that got into the real estate game that didn't really work. They're putting in 3 to 4 hours a day calling 3 days a week and that they're relaxing and they're making north of $100,000. I guarantee you're not going to find it. And if you do, those are the exceptions to the rule. There's some type of phenomenon happening that somehow they had a sphere of influence or someone, a support group that was funneling deals to them, and that's how they were getting their business. No, you're going to have to work hard in the beginning. You're going to have to establish yourself, and then you could leverage. Then that's when you hire buyer agents, listing agents, and then you have a team around you that's going to help you out. So what's made me successful in real estate, what I've made a few individuals, actually I would say a few dozen individuals, realtors in my office successful, is that prospecting piece, making sure that generating the leads, the education portion of it, so they actually know exactly what they're doing while they're with their clients, and they're actually playing the game versus watching the game. And the third thing is work, that work ethic. They're actually in the office. I'm in the office every day and I'm working. And when you're working, it's not called being lucky. It's called that those opportunities start to become more consistent because you're working. And so remember that, guys. There's nothing easy in life. There's no such thing as I'm gonna get rich quick scheme. It doesn't happen. You have to work. If you guys have any questions, let me know. While I'm coming at you, have a great day.